ABC6 News 11 at 11 starts right now.
Tonight on ABC6 News 11 at 11, parents in Coventry at odds with the school district over splitting up elementary school students. What came out of tonight's lengthy discussion?
Plus, students on a hunger strike for the fourth day. What they're asking of Brown University before they say they'll eat again. And doctored footage of President Biden raising red flags. Why Meta is allowing the troubling video to remain on its platforms for now. We'll get to those stories shortly, but first tonight at 11 o'clock, changes to the traffic pattern on 195 West getting their first real test today, as a federal highway administrator was seeing the troubled Washington Bridge for himself. Thanks for joining us at 11. I'm John DeLuca. And I'm Tiffany Murphy. The administrator pulling no punches about what could be next for the bridge, including rebuild and how long that might take. ABC6 News anchor Alyssa Azar joins us live tonight from East Providence with the story. Alyssa.
That federal highway administrator says experts will be coming up this week to analyze the situation, and they'll be focusing on two things. How has the Washington Bridge gotten to this point, and how do they get it fixed as soon as possible?
We'll go through all of the forensics as to what bridge inspections may have shown at that time. I think that that's one of the things that our bridge experts will be looking at, to take down a structure and repair and keep things as minimally impacted. You're looking at a year or two, but that's something we'll be closely monitoring if that's the way we go.
Federal Highway Administrator Shaylin Batt says more investigating needs to be done to figure out if the bridge will be repaired or replaced. With no idea of how long the state will be dealing with the bridge issue, it raises the question of costs. According to Charles St. Martin with RIDOT, they've spent roughly $860,000 from the initial bridge closure to February 2nd on things like inspections, examinations, material testing, and traffic control. That includes the recent traffic adjustments to 195 coming into Providence. $64,600 of that has been spent specifically on police details for traffic control, and it's only been 53 days since the closure. Not to mention the ferry service that is implemented previously has an expected cost of $2.4 million. Besides the ferry, these are costs that have been paid thus far, meaning they will only increase from here. But Batt says if it is going to be a bridge replacement, they need to figure out how to get federal funding to Rhode Island to fix that bridge as soon as possible. Live in East Providence tonight, Alyssa Azara, ABC6 News.
Thanks, Alyssa. Time for a check of our forecast. Let's bring in Storm Tracker Chief Meteorologist Jeff Banson, who joins us live in the Weather Center. Will tomorrow be a repeat of today?
Not as sunny tomorrow. We are going to see a little bit more clouds, Tiffany, working in here tonight. Still not a bad day. There will be some sun, but we're talking about bright blue sky, that wall-to-wall sunshine that we had each of the last 3 days, and certainly was nice, wasn't it? Temperatures are also on the milder side today. I think we'll take a little bit of a step back tomorrow as well. Right now, you can kind of tell where the clouds are in. It's sort of a line just to the east of Rhode Island. 36 in Norwood, 37 in Taunton, 35 in New Bedford. Temperatures all the way out to the Cape, generally in the mid-30s. But then you take a leap across the state line into the Ocean State, and notice how the temperatures get a little bit colder. 31 in Newport, 30 in TF Green, 30 up in the Smithfield, and then it gets even colder as you head south and west. Killingly at 26, westerly a chilly 30. That's because we have clear skies in those locations, and the clouds are helping to trap a little bit of the heat in that we got during the day today. Tongue-in-cheek heat. Obviously, it wasn't a warm day by any stretch, but we do have a bit of a warm-up on the way to tell you about. But first, we've got to get through a couple of days where we have an interesting pattern here. There's a storm offshore, and it's going to help to push in some clouds and even a few showers.